So we are on to the fourth point when it comes to the 6 factors that I feel can play a role in your ability to stabilize your weight in phase 3. This series is kind of titled, Why Am I Gaining Weight in Phase 3? And there's these 6 different areas to look at if you're experiencing that. The 6 factors are: 1, are you trying to stabilize the correct LDW weight? 2, did you eat the fruits and or Melba and Grissini on P2? 3, are you exercising on phase 3? 4, fats on phase 3, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. 5, adding calories full throttle or easing into it. And 6, can you stabilize a little higher up more easily? So today we're going to be talking about the hazards of fats on phase 3. So it's interesting to me that Dr. Simeon's original protocol doesn't make any mention about adding fats back into your diet slowly in phase 3. At first, I kind of thought I must be a little crazy because I felt like I was noticing a correlation between just that my body was still highly sensitive to fats at the start of phase 3. Even though supposedly the HCG is all out of my system, I still felt like if I added fat, foods with fats or oils or whatever too quickly, or the amounts too much right at the beginning of phase 3, I felt like there was a high correlation between that and kind of like large gains on the scale at the start of phase 3. And this happened to me on more than one round. And it happened enough that I started like linking this together. Like, okay, I feel like you don't want to just jump into P3 and down a quarter cup of olive oil. Not that you would do that, but anyway, I just feel like there is a correlation there. Thankfully, I found out I'm not crazy because Robin Woodall, who has coached thousands of people on the HCG protocol. You guys, many of you know her by her book Weight Loss Apocalypse. She actually mentioned something about fats in her book. It's on page 159. She says, it is very important that fat is introduced slowly with caution. Do not start the first day of the 3rd phase with bacon, sausage, hamburger, or other lard-laden foods. So even she feels that adding fats in slowly is important. Now, one of the reasons for that is because just taking care of your gallbladder, you just spent all this time not eating fats, and now to suddenly introduce a lot of it at once could cause issues with your gallbladder. So you need to do it slowly and add it gradually. But even for me, back to my story with feeling like high fats caused large gains, I remember this one P3 in particular. My husband made this really awesome homemade lamb stew. He actually made the broth from the lamb neck bones, and then made this stew with lamb, and it was like my first or second day of P3 or something. And the stew had a very thick layer of oil along the top of it, and it was extremely delicious. But anyway, I think the following morning I don't know, it was like 2-pound gain on the scale or something crazy like that. And I really do feel like it was the fat content that caused that. Also, my tummy really hurt. So just another good indicator that honestly, to be reasonable and balanced, you really want to introduce everything just gradually and slowly. I tend to be one of those people who, at least in the past, jumped into things too quickly and, and then suffer those consequences of large-scale gains and tummy hurting and stuff like that. I know it can be kind of frustrating, when you're getting to that point where you're sick of all the rules on phase 2 and you're looking forward to phase 3, and then all of a sudden now it seems like there's more rules to phase 3 than you thought, so it can just feel too restrictive. Really what it is though, it's not about not having things, it's really just about gradually incorporating things, doing it gradually and slowly, and that will help your body to adjust in the best way without having negative consequences. So that was actually a short one, amazingly for me, but I did want to talk about it because I do feel like that can be a reason for large scale gains in phase 3, and if you don't do that, if you ease in with the fats, you can most likely avoid that. So that's just kind of my own feedback on that. I don't know if other people have the same experience or if they have noticed a correlation, but I have noticed it strongly enough that I felt like I wanted it to be a part of this series. So anyway, I hope you found that helpful. Stay tuned for the last 2 articles in this series on the factors that affect how you gain weight in phase 3. And you can find me on Facebook, HCG Chica, and Instagram, HCG Chica, and of course my website, hcgchica.com. All right, you guys, take care. Bye.